Today I'll be talking to you about the Ignatian virtue of holy indifference. What is holy indifference and how is it a virtue? Doesn't indifference mean something negative? Like when you don't care about something? I go out of my house, I see the poor, who cares? I hear about Manipur burning, it doesn't affect me, who cares? That is the normal meaning of indifference. Surely that's not what Saint Ignatius was talking about. Ignatius spoke about the virtue of holy indifference. Let me explain this to you with an example. Now just imagine that a good friend of yours invites you home for dinner. But this friend is not very rich. In fact, he's rather poor. Naturally, as you would expect, his meal is simple, but you have a good time in his house and you finish your meal and it's time to leave. Then suddenly it starts raining cats and dogs. And the rain is only increasing. And with this kind of weather, you know that the transport is also going to be affected. It's not safe to go home. What do? Your friend graciously offers you a chance, a simple solution, and says, you stay here for the night and tomorrow morning, when the weather is okay, then you can go home. The problem is, this friend of yours is poor. And you know he is not going to be able to offer you 5-star facilities. Sure enough, you land up sleeping not on a comfortable bed, but you land up sleeping on a mat on the floor. The toilet is outside the house, and that too it's an Indian toilet, and you are used to an English toilet. Here is an opportunity for you to practice the Ignatian virtue of holy indifference. Holy indifference will say that whether you have good food or not so good food, it's okay. If you have a good bed or a not so good bed, or you're sleeping on the floor, it's okay. If you have a good toilet or a not so good toilet, it's okay. If your husband or your wife or your spouse behaves well or not behaves well, whatever happens, it's okay. You have to accept it as it comes. That is the virtue of holy indifference. Holy indifference simply means being indifferent to whatever comes to you. If it is good or if it is bad, you will smile. And what you will realize is this virtue of holy indifference makes life a lot easier for you and for those who live around you. Because when you don't have indifference, you land up complaining all the time and you're a nuisance to everyone around you and yourself. But when you have holy indifference, you learn to accept things as they are and smile even in the difficulties, and you won't complain. So let us go out and practice this Ignatian virtue of holy indifference.